take a look at my newest toy. This is a Kusan train set, probably the late 50s. It was a set that was done special for Firestone stores. This is very common with Kusan. I have a number of box sets and they seem to do this quite a bit. The set was originally marked for a KF-123. The 123 has been crossed out and changed to a KF-133F. I'm just guessing that the F is for Firestone. And upon opening the set, the track and the transformer and the hookup wires and that look like they have never ever been used. They're still wound up, coiled up in the way they came from the factory. The track is spotless. Again, looks like it's never been used. From what we've been able to decipher talking to some other guys, this particular booklet might have been the last catalog. This one's also in its operating manual, but might have been the last catalog that Kusan put out before going out of business. And so anyway, there's the set. It's a very simple set. Has the little Jeep style locomotive. Now this is a DC type. Works on 2-rail. And I have a number of other Kusan sets, and they all have the track with the multiple plastic ties. This is the first set that I've come across with just the 3 ties per track. Looks almost like a piece of Lionel track, except it doesn't have the center rail. The ties are made out of plastic. What I'm going to do is being as it appears to have never been used, so it's technically mint condition, and I just hate that in a toy train. Toys are meant to be used. So I'm going to take this out and we're going to set it up and we're going to take it probably for its very first run in 50 years. We'll see if it works. Now I won't use the original transformer in the hookup wire because, like I said, they're all nice and coiled and that like they would have come from the factory. So I do want to leave those intact. I don't want to have to try and rewind them, so I'll just use a different transformer. But we're going to take it for its maiden voyage, or at least attempt to. We'll see if it works. You never know. It might still be in mint condition because nobody could get it to work. Well, like I said, this is a very low-end set. Probably only sold for just a few dollars back in its day. And that's all the track that it came with, is just a small circle like that. So it's hooked together. And this is the original lock-on that came with it. Needless to say, the alligator clips and wires going to the Marks transformer have nothing to do with the set. But like I said, I don't want to use the I don't want to uncoil the original wires and stuff. And here's the makeup of the set. Just these 4 cars, a caboose, a gondola, a box car, and like I say, the little Jeep style switcher. Couple of unusual things with Kusan in their low-end K-series trains, and that is, first thing you'll notice, this is not an open door or opening door. It's actually molded in the open position. So if you flip it around on the other side, and this was common to all the K-series, the other side is molded in the closed position. And this is what makes this car rather unique, is the Firestone logo. I have the exact same boxcar, but instead of Firestone, it's got the CB&Q logo over here. So, and if you're not familiar with these, Kusan made these in both the DC operated powered ones like what you see here, and they also made them in battery powered. These went on to, the molds for these went on to be taken over by Williams, and then they went through a couple of different companies, and they're currently being made in all kinds of road names by a company called RMT, and they make some really cool little trains out of these little guys. They're now 3-rail AC powered, like and run on your Lionel type layouts and so on. Very popular little items now, so it's quite amazing that the mold for this thing and the basic style and side frames and everything have continued to be used for 50 years. Well, there's the set put together on its track right out of the box. I have not serviced it or anything, so we're going to see what it does after sitting in a box for many, many years. And I am applying voltage, and I keep applying voltage, and I'm not getting anything. We'll keep going. And there we go. There's a 50-plus-year-old train set that we all get to watch run for the very first time. Probably a little noisy. I'm sure any lubrication that was put on it at the factory is pretty dry, so we're not going to do this very much. You'll have to excuse that. My transformer doesn't go in reverse very well. But at least we know reverse on the engine works. The problem is my transformer, not the train. Well, there you have it. Maiden voyage for a Kusan train.